On the Newshour debate tonight, the Aam Aadmi Party is represented by Ashutosh, their newly appointed spokesperson, Subramanian Swamy of the BJP, Ragini Nayak, the young spokesperson of the Congress Party, Congress leader Ragini Nayak, and we also have with us Kamal Faruqui, recently with the Samajwadi Party. Spoke his mind and they asked him to leave. That's what democracy in that party has become. Sunil Alagh is with us now. I call Sunil Alagh member of the Modi camp, which he undoubtedly is. Ashutosh, you got it all wrong this time. You got it all wrong. The facts are against you. And in order to cover up the indefensible actions of Somnath Bharti, who has no evidence to prove that these women are guilty of taking drugs and running a prostitution racket, the medical test proves they have not consumed any drugs. Your law minister says he produces a letter. Even the Ugandan High Commission is not supporting that in any case. Now you have a party leader, a chief minister who has declared himself to be an anarchist. Ashutosh, is this why you joined the party, to create anarchy?
Yeah. Arnab, I really like you and I like your show. The way you conduct is fabulous. I like your conviction. I like your passion. I like your emotions. But sometimes I don't like your reason. You know why? Because the fact is not fiction. Fact is something which speaks on you. You love and believe in polemics. So you believe in rhetoric.
So let's have a fact. Let's talk on fact.
Facts are not.
So polemics. Should you and I talk on fact tonight? Yeah, then Ashutosh, I like you too. I used to like your show. I used to watch you on television. I liked your reason. I like the fact that you had an uncompromising mind. I like the fact, Ashutosh, that at one point of time you were unbiased enough to say even if the political party does something wrong, then Ashutosh will say that what the political party did is indefensible even if I like that party. So let you and I begin the Newshour tonight by challenging each other on facts. So my first question to you is, and let's take it on, Ashutosh. Did Somnath Bharti have the proof, first of all? Proof, besides his surmise or his, what would you say, guess, that these women are part of a drugs and prostitution racket? Show me the proof he had.
Arnab, let's just talk about the facts. I got the
proof,
letters.
Ashutosh.
One letter written by Shiv Mandir Sanstha. Just read this.
Sanstha.
Shiv Mandir Sanstha. This letter was written on 2nd December 2004.
Yes.
2013.
So
another one written by the RWA. That is on the 14th of January this month.
Right. So I'll show you. No, one second. First of all, Ashutosh, you are yourself aware. No. One second. One second. You are first of all yourself aware that what you are showing does not amount to proof, because I can produce two other letters tomorrow, which people will say counter what you are saying. That's not proof. Now you produced. Now my question to you is this. You said Ashutosh. You said 1 minute. Let me complete, Ashutosh. You're at a press conference today in which you were present. You produced a letter of the Ugandan High Commission. Did you or did you not? Did you or did you not? Did you or did you not?
Again, there is a lot of misinformation.
No. Did you or did you not produce a letter? Did you produce a letter?
Which is with me.
Did you produce a letter written by the officer of the defense advisor of the Ugandan High Commission to the Chief of Military Intelligence, Ugandan Defense Headquarters, Kampala? Did you or did you not produce that letter to try and substantiate your claims, Ashutosh, that there was a basis to this whole argument of a prostitution racket?
Arnab, facts are there. This letter.
Yes.
I'm showing this letter.
Yes, to you. Show me the letter.
It is written by the defense advisor to the chief of the military intelligence.
Yes.
This letter was written, and also.
What does the letter say? Come on, Ashutosh, tell me. What is the conclusion you draw from that letter?
Do you want me to read that?
I want you to know. I want you to know. I want to know what conclusion you draw from the letter.
I want to read it.
What conclusion do you draw from the letter?
I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
Please listen to me. Arnab, please listen to me. I was staying.
I will.
On 30th May 2013, assuring a job in India. I was staying with her in the Malvi Nagar, Sai Baba Mandir to New Delhi. After reaching India, she was bringing men every day to me and forcing me to sleep with them, but I refused to do so.
Okay.
I have never done that.
Okay, so here's fantastic. So here's my question to you, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, 1 minute.
Listen.
1 minute, Ashutosh, you will now take 3 questions. I know the letter. You know the letter. Now you answer my questions on that letter. I know the letter, Ashutosh. That letter is written on the... 1 second. I will now ask you 3 questions. I want 3 replies. And then the viewers can themselves judge whether on fact you are strong, Ashutosh. My first question to you is this. Prove to me that Somnath Bharti acted on the directions of this letter. There was no mention of this letter at the time of the incident. You are using this letter to justify your irresponsible actions. Accept that point tonight. Point 1.
You want to hear my answer?
I am waiting.
We never said, Arnab, we never said that based on just one particular letter by this.
So fine. So then what conclusion are you drawing?
Listen to me. Arnab, listen to me. No, you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me.
You wanted to question on fact. I'll question you on fact.
Resident Welfare Association, when they called in, no, Arnab, you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me. You have to listen to me very, very carefully. For the last 3 or more months, that local residents, they have been complaining, and this letter very clearly says
Ashutosh.
that the SHO the complaint was lost to the SHO, the complaint was lost to the ACP, complaint was lost to the DCP, and
Ashutosh, you know, I'll tell you where you're going wrong, my friend. I'll tell you where you're going wrong.
What do you want?
I'll tell you where you're going wrong.
What do you want? Do you think that the representative of that particular area should sleep?
No, 1 second, Ashutosh, you see, Ashutosh. No, Ashutosh, understand one point, Ashutosh, please listen to me, my friend.
No.
When you are using a good point, but you make a bad case, you end up ruining your case. Now the point is, and allow me to complete in an uninterrupted manner. The letter referred to, 1 minute, fact. You said fact, Ashutosh, you said fact. You said fact versus fact. I accepted your challenge, not mine, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, this was your challenge, not mine. And I would like to put across to you that the letter referred to the case of one Ugandan woman. Does that mean, you prove to me that, 1 minute, now you let me, does that mean that every Ugandan woman living in India is a potential victim or suspect of sex trafficking? The fact remains that the women involved in this incident have themselves claimed they have nothing to do with sex trafficking. The conclusion is drawn by your irresponsible minister Somnath Bharti. Every woman is neither a victim, nor a potential victim, nor a practitioner of sex trafficking, Ashutosh. Understand the logic of that argument, please concede.
Arnab, you know why I like you? Because you're in a habit of
Ashutosh,
concocting facts from nowhere. You are in a habit of reaching to the wrong conclusion from the right fact. We never said that just because of one letter by the Uganda advisor.
Okay, Ashutosh, first counter coming in. I said it's open debate.
The resident welfare.
Two counters. 1 second, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, I think some of the other panelists feel it's an open debate. We should
You have to listen to me. No,
but they want to also counter you.
This letter, which was written by the RWA, clearly speaks about
1 second.
ड्रग इत्यादि व औरतें वेश्यावृत्ति का कार्य करती.
देखिए,
clearly talks about the drug.
So suppose, no, 1 second. I say this to you, Ashutosh, understand the logic. There is 1 second, Ashutosh. Anybody can write any letter about anything. Somebody doesn't like you, they will accuse you, and they will then go to the local Aam Aadmi Party MLA and say, you know what, tell the police to raid the guy. Proof be damned, law be damned.
No.
That's exactly what you've done.
No, it's not true.
And in any case,
Arnab, in which world you are living in?
And in any case, I am living in this world, and I'll tell you, Ashutosh, this letter, by the way, Ashutosh,
because they do not understand India. They do not understand the problem which the normal residents
Ashutosh, how can it be
please
that
send your camera to that particular area?
Yes,
you find hundreds
there is a
talking about this.
Ashutosh,
they are worried.
Ashutosh, you please understand this. Understand this, Ashutosh. Ashutosh,
Arnab, I think that this exaggerated
Ashutosh,
is very dangerous.
1 sec. First of all, I'll just put 1 point because Ashutosh challenged me on fact. Now I'll tell him one thing. Ashutosh, please, understand this. We're on opposite sides. All right, people can have a different view from the Aam Aadmi. The letter was written on June 19th. You check the date. Am I right? I'm never wrong on fact, Ashutosh. Am I right or wrong?
I am also never wrong on facts, Arnab.
Was it June 19th or not, Ashutosh? Was it June 19th or not, Ashutosh? Was it June 19th or not? Either it was or it wasn't, Ashutosh.
That's what I'm saying.
No. So why do you want to use that then June 19th letter you point out, bring out to justify what you've done? Where was this man since June 19th?
Now you have to give me time. No,
I just proved you wrong.
You have to give me time. Because you are questioning me. I have got 3 letters. One letter written on 19th of June 2013 by the defense advisor. Another letter which was written by the Shiv Mandir Sanstha on 2nd December 2013, talking about the same thing about the drugs. The third one was written by the Cricket
Ashutosh, what are you doing?
Welfare Association
What are you
on the
doing?
14th of
What are you
January.
doing, Ashutosh?
That is the 3 letters.
Okay,
June,
now
December,
you know something.
And all of them were talking about
Ashutosh,
all of them were
Ashutosh,
about the sex racket. And you don't know.
Ashutosh, you understand this? You tell me this, then I can also tell you that these Ugandan women were allegedly physically abused by members from your party merely on the suspicion that they could have been involved in a drugs racket. This is in the absence of complete proof.
Exactly.
I say, Ashutosh, that is hooliganism.
Arnab,
You cannot do that to any woman. That's hooliganism, Ashutosh.
Let me put it on record.
You support that? You support that?
The powerful drug mafia. The powerful drug mafia. You are playing in the hands of the powerful drug mafia.
Ashutosh,
the political party BJP.
you are now on thin ice, my friend.
Of the drug mafia. And the police.
Okay.
Hand in glove with the drug mafia.
Okay, 20 minutes into the debate, we are going to get the others in, Ashutosh.
That is why
First, Ragini. First, Ragini wants to come in. Ashutosh, now listen to the other side. Ragini, yes, across to you. Over to you. You wanted to come in.
Arnab, although I have no reason to believe so, but presuming there was an illegality on the part of the Ugandan women, we have an established rule of law in our country. There are due processes to be followed. You cannot raid people without a warrant. You cannot barge into somebody's place and especially if women are residing there, try to arrest them after sunset before sunrise without any evidence, without any corroborative proof, without even an FIR.
Yep.
What kind of a logic are you trying to draw here? Another point that I want to make here is, it is very unfortunate that the Aam Aadmi Party, which emerged as a formidable political power in the recently held elections in Delhi, have actually made people believe that they're going to transform the face of politics. They're going to redefine politics. But it seems, after seeing what is happening on the streets of Delhi today, that they're only drifting democracy towards anarchy, towards lawlessness, and towards constitutional crisis. I think in order to analyze this situation comprehensively, one needs to ask a very simple question. Why is Arvind Kejriwal sitting on this dharna? Is he sitting on this dharna because he wants to ensure the safety and security of women? Because he wants the welfare of street peddlers? Because he wants to regularize lakhs of contractual employees in Delhi? Because he wants to build 500 schools that he promised in his manifesto? The answer is no. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is sitting on this dharana because he wants to save his minister, a minister who has not just indulged in unconstitutional illegal acts, but a minister who has shown utter insensitivity towards women, disregard towards women on the one hand, and on the other has given a blatant example of how xenophobia and racism is an inherent part of the psyche of the Aam Aadmi Party leader.
Now we'll get a response, Ragini.
Interesting point that I want to...
Ragini, I'll get Ashutosh to respond and then go across to the others. 1 second. Sunil Alagh also wants to make a point. So does Subramanian Swamy. Ashutosh, listen to the other side of the questions. And I did ask at the start of the program, why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal sit on a dharna against his own law minister, Somnath Bharti, a man who has revealed the identity of a Danish woman who was raped last week? It's a criminal offence, a violation of section 228A of the Indian Penal Code. Why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal sit on a dharna against his own minister?
You're asking me?
Obviously I'm asking you.
That's why I say, Arnab, you are reaching to the wrong conclusion by the wrong facts. Unfortunately, now let me tell you the sequence of events. When Somnath Bharti was called by the local residents around 12 in the night, he was told that there's something wrong over there, please come and help us. What he did first, she immediately contacted the PCR, immediately, and told PCR, please remove this red light because I want that you should catch them red-handed. The Somnath Bharti, the minister, went with the PCR. When reaching over there, they called SHO. SHO came over there. ACP came over there.
Yes, of course, we all saw that. So what's new? And they told him,
gone to arrest him.
They told him we can't do it without a warrant.
SHO was there. PCR van was there.
Yeah, so?
So what?
Ask police.
Okay, so Sunil Alagh.
The report that came out was that he, once again, Ashutosh, you've spoken a lot.
Are you denying?
Ashutosh, now let us speak also.
1 minute, Ashutosh. A counter coming in. It's open debate, Ashutosh.
No, Ashutosh.
A counter to you.
According to the newspapers, your law minister was called at midnight. He was on his way. On the way, he saw a van. He told them, please put it. He didn't plan it. He arrived. He then, 1 second. This is let me finish. You're stopping me in the middle of the point. I didn't stop you in the middle of your point. He arrives there, 1 second, he turns around, 1 second, and he said, I want to raid that house, okay? He said, let's go in and raid that house. He's gone and raided that house. What has he found? Has he found any drugs over there? Has he found anything wrong with the women? Is he going to apologize for raiding that house? No! What nonsense is this? This is the frightening thing of what you all are doing right now. You all are creating Delhi into a Tahrir square. You all are making us Syria. We are a mature democracy. We do not want anarchists like you ever to come into this country. You all should actually step out. There is a law, there is a process which is accurate. What was wrong with the earlier government? 1 second, Ashutosh.
No, you let him give a response.
What was wrong with the government was that they were not following the law and process. You do not destroy a law and process.
Okay, Ragini coming in with a counter.
Come on,
1 second. Yes, 1 second. Dr. Swamy also wants to come in, but after Ragini. Yes, 1 second. Yes, Dr. Swamy wants to come in also.
Throughout the day, or not throughout...
Ragini,
throughout the day, and I must say throughout, over a few days, I have been I've been listening to this allegation by the Aam Aadmi Party that the Delhi police is being handled by the Home Ministry. And look at what Somnath Bharti was trying to do that night. He wanted the police to raid without warrant. He was issuing orders to illegally confine people. He wanted something to be. He wanted police to act illegally.
Ragini letting
non-cooperation of the police.
Ragini letting Subramanian Swamy come in. Kamal Faruqui hasn't come in yet. The core. The core and moot issue. The core and moot issue is not to debate on the merits of the allegation made. The core and moot issue which Ashutosh has to defend today himself on is the charge of vigilante justice. What is vigilante justice?
Absolutely.
Vigilante justice, and I go now to Subramanian Swamy and this. As a journalist, ex-journalist, Ashutosh should be on the other side of fighting against vigilante justice. Vigilante justice is when you don't need a search warrant. Vigilante justice when you can throw the criminal procedure code into the dustbin. Vigilante justice and you say you're fighting for women in this country, Ashutosh. In this country, as per the law, Section 46, subsection 4 of the Criminal Procedure Code, women between sunset and sunrise can only be arrested by a female police officer, and that too under exceptional circumstances. In this case, the people were trying to apprehend the women were members of the Aam Aadmi Party and not the police. You are not the police. You are a political party. A political party is not the police, and they were also men. They were not women. I want you to at least tell us whether you think, as per your new law, any woman at any point of time by any man from any political party can be taken into jail. I thought that's something we all stand unitedly against. But in any case, yes, okay, you want to answer that after Subramanian Swamy. Think about it, Ashutosh. I will give you full opportunity to respond to that. Subramanian Swamy, yes.
Well, see, now that the true nature and face of the Aam Party has been revealed, that they are a bunch of anarchists, Naxalites, and all kinds of such extremists that society has. They have camouflaged themselves, fooled a lot of people so far. Now you're coming to know about them. Now I want to know, why is the Congress party supporting this party? On this television, the Congress spokesman is saying awful things about the Aam Party. Then you end this misery, you call off your support, you withdraw your support, let there be president's rule, and then we'll see whether a new government can be formed. But I don't think the Congress party can take two different positions, run with the hare and hunt with the hound. They must choose sides. This is a most unconstitutional thing that has happened today. The ministers take an oath that swear by God that they will uphold the constitution, and they are doing exactly the opposite. Article 356 should be invoked, and this government should be dismissed. What is the Congress party doing? Today on the dock is not the AAP party. AAP party is acting according to its nature. What about Congress party? They have to answer.
Well, I don't know whether they have timed action against the Congress party for later, for maybe closer to the general election, but that's now how politics is supposed to be played. Ashutosh, you will have full opportunity. Kamal Faruqui, a few weeks back, you went and met Arvind Kejriwal. There was speculation that you were joining the Aam Aadmi party. Do you support Kamal Faruqui, what the Aam Aadmi party is doing today? You were their great supporter a couple of weeks back. I want to know from you.
No, I have great respect for Ashutosh, and I have great respect for some of the people who are there. But that does not mean that somebody should take the constitution into their hand. The way they have handled the whole thing, and about one particular gentleman who happens to be the law minister, the first thing should have been that he should have been sacked, or he should have been asked to apologize for the whole thing, whatever has happened. Now, for one person, the entire image of Aam party is being damaged, and I think that is worrying us, because there are good people in the party, and the people imagination is there. People had expected a lot of things from there, but if things are going to happen like this, yes, it will be a very bad situation, and I think something has to be done. Ashutosh bhai, as fast as possible, please repair the damage, because things are going out of hand.
But there is no scope. Ashutosh has made up his mind. Ashutosh and the Aam Aadmi party does not appear to be flexible on this point of view. They seem to be sure that Somnath Bharti is correct and the rest of the country is wrong.
And one last, Arnab, one last thing.
Okay, you can speak to Ashutosh directly.
That it is the pride of the nation. In fact, this Republic Day is not for one party, for BJP or Aam party.
That's true.
It is the entire country which is being showcased for the entire world. Please, for heaven's sake, let us not make the fun of this Republic Day. All of us must celebrate in it.
No, when the president of the party is doing unconstitutional act, who are you appealing to?
Obviously he's appealing to the president indirectly through Ashutosh or through the media.
Can I speak, Arnab?
Yes, Ashutosh.
Yeah, see, Arnab, I'm very sorry to say, but
Swamy
I have a lot of respect for you. But what kind of guest you get here?
What kind of?
You find Subramanian Swamy as a representative of BJP? I'm sorry, Subramanian Swamy doesn't represent BJP at all.
One sec.
The kind of words he has used against Vajpayee, if I speak right now, Mr. Subramanian Swamy will hide somewhere.
Are you making it personal?
The meaning of anarchist. No.
But is that the issue?
Because he is making personal. What? No, Arnab, let me tell you, he has used word anarchist. Let me read what anarchism means by dictionary.
Oh, please.
Anarchism means the theory of doctrine that all forms of the government.
The president says I am anarchist.
Kejriwal says I am anarchist.
He's using anarchist. He's using a word anarchist which he does not know. He's talking about the constitutional crisis. Does he know constitution? Does he know what is the breakdown of the constitution? Does he understand what Article 356 is?
The most uncouth character ever.
Let him complete.
Should be enforced.
No, Arvind.
People like Subramanian Swamy are the bigger danger to the country than anybody else. And you are calling him as a representative of the BJP.
Ashutosh.
I'm sorry, he does not.
Ashutosh, first of all.
Good copy.
No.
You're calling him.
No, Ashutosh. Okay, first of all, I just want to say one thing, okay? So, Ashutosh, I say tonight, when I debate you, I'm not debating you, Ashutosh. When you say you like me, therefore I don't respond. Because my conversation today is between a journalist and a spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi party. This discussion is not between Arnab and Ashutosh. Right? We can discuss about other things on other occasions. Now, therefore, I'd only say to you, with respect, Ashutosh, that your debate is also not between Ashutosh and Subramanian Swamy. Your debate tonight is between Ashutosh, who is a newly joined senior leader of the Aam Aadmi party, and Subramanian Swamy, who is a newly joined senior leader of the BJP. So we respect those fault lines, Ashutosh. And you know this, that if we get into debating, I don't like you, Mr. Swamy, and Swamy says, I have never liked you, Ashutosh, then I think this debate will collapse. So can we please close that? Or Subramanian Swamy, you're still tempted to respond. Only in the spirit of democracy, I let you respond. No?
Arnab.
No? One sec. Okay.
What about the spirit of democracy in my case, Arnab?
Ragini, 1 minute. Ragini, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. You have been sufficiently provoked by Subramanian Swamy, but Subramanian Swamy has one.
Maximum time.
Okay, Subramanian Swamy gets 30 seconds to respond to Ashutosh. Yes, Subramanian Swamy, go ahead. Respond, but don't make it.
I have nothing to respond to him.
Okay.
I have nothing. I go by what the party is doing. And the president is saying he is an anarchist. He is accepting the allegation of the home minister of the country. And of course, he has to still respond to those questions of foreign exchange fraud, which he has been alleged to have committed. He has still not put it on the website. I have not seen his answers. Now the question is, I am asking the Congress party, not this bunch of riffraffs called the Arm Party. I am asking the Congress
No. I go back to the Aam Aadmi Party. Subramanian Swamy, 1 minute. Subramanian Swamy, Ashutosh is responding. Ashutosh, no,
riffraffs are not worthy of any attention.
Ashutosh, 1 minute, we remain focused.
Strong objection to what Subramanian Swamy is saying.
Ashutosh is responding. Ragini, 1 minute. Let Subramanian Swamy and Ashutosh complete their debate, then I'll come back. Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Arnab, let me tell you. Who is anarchist in this country? Subramanian Swamy is the anarchist in the country. He forgets that in 1998, it is Subramanian Swamy that the Vajpayee government was demolished. It is because of Subramanian Swamy, because he got Sonia Gandhi and Jalendra together and tried to create a
What about the self-proclaimed anarchist, Mr.
And the same Subramanian Swamy is now calling Sonia Gandhi as a Vishkanya. You want to believe him? The man who has created instability in the country in 1998, now the same man has the temerity to call Aam Aadmi Party as an anarchist. What kind of logic is this?
Okay, we come back to the point. Now both of you, I request you, I will share your cell phone numbers with each other. Please send each other complimentary SMSs at the end of the program. I go back to the subject at hand. No, I will not allow this to be diverted, much as both sides seem to be wanting to. Now, this is very convenient. I say tonight, Ashutosh is learning the lessons very quick. He twists the debate. He takes the focus away from us challenging this form of anarchy into Subramanian Swamy. My question to you, Ragini, 1 minute. My question to you is, Ashutosh, accept it. This is about your party leader's ego, pride, hubris. Ashutosh, which if unchecked, I haven't completed. Which if unchecked can be very dangerous. Okay. Because you're fighting only for your minister. I want to ask you, did Arvind Kejriwal go on a dharna when a man was challaned for dangerously overtaking Robert Vadra's car? Did Arvind Kejriwal go on a dharna when the body of a newborn baby was allegedly dumped into a garbage truck by the staff of a hospital while parents fulfilled formalities for the handover? Did Arvind Kejriwal go on a dharna when a sex worker was found with her throat slit in a brothel on GB Road? Did Arvind Kejriwal, Ashutosh, go on a dharna when the dead body of a homeless man was found dead on Link Road on January 12th? 2 other bodies were found on the same stretch. He did not go on a dharna. He only went on a dharna when somebody said, look here, this irresponsible, blundering minister of yours is taking the law into his own hands. And there is a law in this country. Then Arvind Kejriwal says, if this is the law which questions my minister, then I am an anarchist. So you turn into an anarchist to defend your political interest and your party colleague and your cabinet colleague, Ashutosh. It's too transparent. It's too transparent.
There is a level of patience. And now you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me for good 2 minutes.
Four points I gave you, Ashutosh.
Why? Yeah. First, are you trying to tell me that sitting on dharna is unconstitutional?
No. Did you go on a dharna when Robert Vadra's car was overtaken? Or is it that you cannot go on a dharna when Robert Vadra's car is overtaken and he's challaned because you take the support of the Congress party?
Arnab, let me answer one by one. Are you suggesting me that the dharna is an unconstitutional thing? If I go by your logic,
If I go by
your fellow panelists,
if I go with your logic that it's not unconstitutional, why didn't you go on a dharna then?
Sitting on a dharna for the alleged non-cooperation of the police. Non-cooperation of the
everybody was anarchist by that
when
logic.
your minister
And do you
gave
know-
an order to do something illegal to the police and the police said that it would not concede to it.
On the second.
This is what you call non-cooperation. You're sitting on
During-
a
Do you
dharna
know,
because of
Arnab,
that.
and your fellow panelists, that day before yesterday, a dead body was found in the Somnath Bharti's constituency. He called up top to lower down all the police officers for good 2 hours. Nobody turned up.
So, I find this a very strange logic. No, I find this, Ashutosh, this is very strange logic. I'll tell you why.
In a Sagarpur area.
I'll tell you why this is strange logic. No, this is strange logic, but no, 1 second. 1 second. I want to know from you that you decide you are an anarchist and you will bring Delhi to a siege only when something happens in Somnath Bharti's constituency. So, because Somnath Bharti is the hot favorite of Arvind Kejriwal, nobody dares say anything against Arvind Kejriwal's hot favorite, otherwise we'll turn into anarchists. We'll close down your capital, we'll not let your roads function, your metros will be closed down, your children will not go to school, we will not let Republic Day happen, nothing will happen because the Arvind Kejriwal's political favorite has been questioned. I ask you again today, just because the body of a newborn baby dumped into a garbage truck did not happen in Somnath Bharti's constituency, he didn't care? Just because the dead body of a homeless man found on Link Road did not happen in Somnath Bharti's constituency, he didn't care? Come on. I am asking you today about the selectiveness of this anarchism. Ashutosh, the selectiveness of this anarchism, used as a political tool, can be self-defeating. I'm sure you agree with me, but you're not going to admit it, of course.
It is your show. I know it is your show. And you love to talk. You love
So
to
do
talk
you.
with good phrases. I love your language, but the problem is this language has no substance.
Yeah.
This oratory has no substance. You know why? Because you don't want to listen to me. You don't want to hear me. I'm giving you facts. Why Arvind Kejriwal sat on dharna this night? For the simple reason because have you heard of Rakhi Birla case? This girl 10 days back a woman contacts her and tell her she is being threatened by her family members. She might not survive. Then Rakhi Birla.
What about the gang rape of the Danish woman?
Listen to me.
No, she's asking you, Ragini.
I did not interrupt anybody.
He's going to ponder over after a week.
And the Rakhi Birla informed the local
You're showing
police.
proactivism
Local police knew about the case.
in demanding
And
suspension of the police
and then this
officers,
woman was
but you
burned.
never showed any proactivism while the
Arnab,
Danish woman was gang raped.
Okay, 1 second, Ragini, let him complete his point.
What are you talking about?
Let him complete. Ragini, 1 second, let him complete. He'll complete and then you speak.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish. I'm talking about a case in Sagarpur, Rakhi Birla case. A woman it was informed to the police that she has been threatened, she might be burned. DCP knew about it. SHO knew about it. Nothing was done. And finally the woman was burned. The woman was burned with 45% injury.
So,
she is still admitted in the Safdarjung hospital.
So now my point is, what is the remedy? 1 second. Ashutosh, I'll tell you this today. Ashutosh, I'll tell you today. You answer me, Ashutosh, though this is not me. I ask you today. A chief minister and his supporters break the law. They violate the curfew. You, with your actions, force 3,251 police personnel to monitor your dharna when they should be deployed elsewhere, providing security to the people. Then you pin the blame on the central government if there are any problems in the Republic Day parade. God forbid today, if the enemies of this country take advantage. Absolutely. I'm asking you today, this anarchism is not your private property, Ashutosh. If the enemies of this country take advantage of the security situation that you are knowingly creating, will you and Arvind Kejriwal take responsibility for it? Will you? 3,500
Will you listen to me?
3,200 plus policemen are there guarding your dharna today.
Arnab, can I come
People
in?
are on the edge.
I need to make two quick points.
Arnab, I'm sorry to say this. Till now, I have known that you are a Democrat. Now your high-sounding words smells of a dictator.
Really? Anyone who doesn't agree with you is a dictator?
Oh my God.
So I agree with you, I'll become a Democrat.
Because
Look who's
democracy
talking
means what?
here. Look who's talking here.
That dharna, agitation, demonstration, and fast. These are all.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing.
Register your
Okay, Subramanian Swamy wants to counter. Subramanian Swamy.
Sitting on dharna.
Subramanian Swamy wants to counter you. I have a counter to that. I'll remind you. No. You know. I'll tell you, Ashutosh, I have one counter.
Going back to Subramanian Swamy, you have to give me time to respond to what he asked me.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to remind one thing to Ashutosh, my friend who has just called me a dictator today. Ashutosh, I never thought the day would come when you would call me a dictator because I disagree with you. Now, I'll just tell you this, Ashutosh. During the launch of the Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal was asked, why are you forming a political party? And he said, because the Andolan route does not work long term. Street protests don't work, governance works, and that's why I am joining politics. Today, he's challenged within 2 weeks, he's questioned his own logic. Anyway, Ragini, what is the point you wanted to make to Ashutosh?
See, two points I want to make. See, all this gimmickry, this halabu, this drama, this tamasha, this dharna is nothing but an effort to sustain the momentum that the Aam Aadmi Party gained in the recently held Delhi elections. Now, they very well know after the flip-flops of the last 20 years that they cannot sustain this momentum through effective governance, through delivering what they have promised. That is why they have to create a scene, they have to gain the sympathy of the people, they have to posture before the camera, and they have to present themselves as martyrs. Only then they would be able to actually score points and gain some advantage in the Lok Sabha elections.
Okay, one second.
And I also want to say here that this...
You're supporting them. That's fine hypocrisy from your side. You support them.
I want to say
you support them.
He has a myopic view.
Where do you stand? You have no standing on this issue.
Yeah, now
I can say today that you are supporting them till the point they don't come after you. You are supporting them till they don't come after you.
Let me answer.
No, Subramanian Swamy as well. Subramanian Swamy is a counter to Ragini. Subramanian Swamy.
I have to answer. I know what his question was. Let me answer. I'm coming to what Mr. Subramanian Swamy asked me. See, as far as the Congress party is concerned, there are no two standards. There are no two stands that we have taken. There's no confusion apart from that which Mr. Subramanian Swamy wanted to create through misinterpretation and through the use of his semantics. The point is that the Congress party was clear as daylight on its stand. We have supported the Aam Aadmi Party on the 18 issues that they put forth in their manifesto, on which the people of Delhi have voted for them, and for the implementation of which the Congress party has given them support, not just support, but a fair chance to deliver what they have promised. But
that's complete and utter hypocrisy. That's utter hypocrisy, Ragini. Hypocrisy. I call that hypocrisy, Ragini. That's your hypocrisy.
Let me finish, Arnab.
Ragini, one second. I know. One second, Ragini.
We have every right to register our
Ragini, come on, don't be hypocritical. Don't be hypocritical. You don't be hypocritical. You listen to me. Ragini, your party calls.
President of Congress.
Ragini, your party calls.
Categorically said that we can also play the role of opposition.
Ragini, P. Chidambaram says.
The manifesto.
P.
These are two different things.
Now you see, I can't. Remember this. Ragini, now one second. Give me some patient hearing here, okay? You say they are Jurassic, Aam Aadmi Party. You say they smell of anarchy. Don't say today. You have no right, I say today, to accuse them when they say we are anarchists. Because when you decided to support them, you knew they were anarchists. Today, Ashutosh is declaring his support for anarchism as a political philosophy on the channel. You knew they were anarchists. Salman Khurshid said they are Jurassic. They are anarchic. They demean everything that is time-tested. They ridicule everything. They question and demean everything.
There were reasons.
There were reasons to support anarchists. Did you know they were anarchists?
The sentiment of the people.
Really? People wanted anarchism?
The people to be burdened.
People wanted anarchy? People wanted anarchy?
Clear-cut mandate in favor of BJP.
People wanted anarchy.
Ran away from the constitution.
This is fantastic, Ragini. Ragini, such self-serving. Ragini,
that.
please. Ragini, listen to the question, Ragini.
Arnab,
Don't just make your statements, Ragini.
But you're not entitled to concoction of facts and misinterpretation.
I disagree.
Your interpretation.
I disagree.
You have every right to
I
do
disagree
that.
thoroughly with you. I am not concocting a single fact. I am quoting. I am everybody. You can say anything to me. Ashutosh calls me a dictator. You say I'm concocting facts. So between all this name calling, I say tonight, if I am concocting facts, you don't know your facts. You go and find out what Salman Khurshid said. These are Salman Khurshid's facts and his words. I challenge you today on the program. I'll call Salman Khurshid live and he will tell you, yes, I call them anarchists. And he said they're anarchists either by choice or by ignorance. We ask you tonight to the Congress party.
Oh, I'm not countering I'm not countering what you're saying as a fact, what you're presenting as
you're backing off.
Salman Khurshid's words. What I'm saying is...
Oh, so if I say it's bad, but if Salman Khurshid says it's correct.
I am being hypocritical today. I have double standards. I have objections on that. What I'm saying is you are entitled to your opinion,
Did you know? One sec. On the program tonight, by the way...
But you can't put words into my mouth.
No, I'm not. By the way, you know, Ashutosh on the program today has said, and this is the controversial point, he said, yes, go into the definition of anarchy and anarchism. We have to debate that tonight. Because this is a party that wants to fight a national election. When you fight a national election, the country wants stability, not anarchy. That's all, that's limited point. Sunil Alagh wanted to counter you on something, Ashutosh. Yes,
no,
Sunil Alagh to Ashutosh.
You know, I want to get away from the Congress-BJP fight. I want to state
what do you mean you are? You are very much part of the Modi camp,
yes,
and you say I want to get away from the Congress-BJP
fight. Yes, I'm stating that.
So what do you want to get into the Modi-Kejriwal fight?
No, I want to stick to the point that was being made today. As far as I'm concerned...
Are you representing the views of Mr. Modi or not?
One second, not the views of Mr. Modi. I am saying Mr. Kejriwal is either too smart or too simple. Okay, one second. For one reason alone, he has no respect for India because he has no respect for the defense.
Be factual.
Absolutely. Why is he doing this 3 days before the Republic Day? The question that I'm asking is, he is beginning to realize that he cannot govern. So the best way is either I will go into this anarchy mode and Congress will remove their support, so I go back to the streets, which is all right. He either decides to be a CM or decides to be a Anna. He cannot be both. That's all I'm saying. As far as I'm concerned, he's a very honest man, and I like Ashutosh and I like Kejriwal, but the process and the system that he's following, the means to the end, is all wrong.
So if any political party, so here's a question, right, to Subramanian Swamy. Okay, you have a counter. So Ashutosh is the counter. Go ahead. Right. Ashutosh.
See, Mr. Alagh, it looks very nice to hear your words. You know, you have said he has no respect for India.
Correct.
And can't govern. I don't know what is the definition of governance in your eyes.
Because let him sit and govern Delhi. My definition is, why doesn't he govern Delhi? Why is he getting out of Delhi and trying to go into a national level without having any policy?
Let him complete.
Okay, fair enough.
I wasn't disturbing you. What do you mean by governance? You want to give me the model of Gujarat? When the sticks and the minorities are
I began by saying I don't want to get into the BJP Congress fight.
Let him respond to you.
No. You are telling me.
I will define governance for you. As a citizen of India, I'll define it for you. I will define it for you as a citizen of India, not Gujarat model. I do not want a system where any minister takes law into his own hands. Full stop. Good governance is following the law and process of India. Please, that's what I define governance as. Not Gujarat model, not Japan model, not Germany model, not USSR, not China. I am saying governance is not taking law into your own hands. And you all are doing that. That for me is bad. You all don't care about India because you don't worry about our image outside. Let me do it on Republic Day. Let the whole world see I am going to create Egypt. I'm going to make a Tahrir Square. I'm going to do Syria, and to hell with anybody else. That is what I'm against. And so do not think I'm talking about...
1 second, a challenge has been thrown. He's asked you a question on Gujarat. That's all right. Everybody has their right to have their point of view.
That's it.
No, but I want to challenge. Here's my question too. 1 second, please. Ashutosh, you quoted the Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah.
I quote to you tonight the Webster's Dictionary. And the Webster's Dictionary, which I have respect for, Ashutosh. You're going into your Google search. Go ahead, Ashutosh. If it helps you and you don't trust me for quoting it correctly. Ashutosh doesn't trust me. He thinks I'll give a wrong definition of Ashutosh. I told you at the start. You may disagree with the way I ask you the questions. I'm never wrong on fact. The definition of anarchy as per the Webster's dictionary, for the information of Ashutosh and the purpose of our debate on the Newshour tonight is this, ladies and gentlemen, and I ask you tonight, do you want this? A situation of confusion and wild behavior in which the people in a country, group, organization, etc. are not controlled by rules or laws. A wild situation, a situation of confusion. Think about it, Ashutosh. You, by supporting this, have painted yourself into a corner. And you will defend yourself on the other side, though you are defending the indefensible tonight. A situation of confusion and wild behavior in which people in a country are not controlled by rules or by laws. If Arvind Kejriwal says he's an anarchist, do you want that state of anarchy? Back after a few minutes on Newshour Debate 2, continuing, and Ashutosh is not going anywhere. Yes. The situation in Delhi is causing great concern because the Chief Minister, giving up governance, has decided to sit on a dharna, and he's saying he'll do all his work from the site of the dharna. There are more than 3,000 policemen guarding that particular site, and the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, has declared himself to be an anarchist. By the way, Kiran Bedi, welcome to the debate. DP Tripathi of the NCP at this stage of the debate. Siddharthnath Singh of the BJP joins us, as does Congress leader and former minister in Delhi, Harun Yusuf. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf, Kiran Bedi, Siddharthnath Singh and Mr. Tripathi. Before I went into the break, I asked Ashutosh whether Ashutosh supported anarchy as a concept, and he said, yes, you must understand why the Chief Minister has declared himself to be an anarchist. I read out for him the definition of anarchy as per the Webster's dictionary, which is a situation of confusion and wild behavior in which people in a country are not any longer controlled by rules or laws. Ashutosh, you support this too?
Arnab, you are misquoting me. I never said I am supporting anarchism. I told you very categorically. And I also told you, and fortunately, you were not born in the pre-independence India. Fortunately, the television was not there in pre-independence India. Fortunately, Arnab Goswami was not there where Gandhi was leading the nationalist movement. If you people like you had been there, they would have declared.
So you are now comparing Arvind Kejriwal to Mahatma Gandhi.
As a movement of confusion.
So one second. So you are now comparing Arvind Kejriwal to Mahatma Gandhi.
JP as an anarchist.
Okay.
As an anarchist.
Okay. Kiran Bedi.
Movement. No. There was CPI in the Congress.
First of all, This is first of all, Ashutosh, Kiran Bedi raises a thesaurus. It's the Roget's thesaurus. And we're going to take the discussion forward. Yes, Kiran Bedi, why are you putting that up and what would you like to say? Go ahead. Straight to Kiran Bedi to Ashutosh tonight.
Chief Minister of Delhi said he's anarchist. And that's exactly what when I looked at what does anarchy stand for according to this book, the Roget's thesaurus. It says being unruly, lawless, illegal, confused, revolutionary. He has been unruly today. He has been lawless completely. He has been illegal. He's broken the law. He has been confused because he's come back to dharna. When he broke away from dharnas, when we were all one anti-corruption group, he said, dharnas matter nothing. Dharnas give me nothing. Now I will have to go political, form a political party and do the work, correct it from the government. That's what he said. So he's confused. He's back to dharna. That means he believes in dharna more than the government. That's what I'm saying. He has committed illegality because he's violated 144. A case needs to be registered against him. Had there been a strong rule of law, Delhi police could have dared, he would have been arrested today. He's been unruly. He's been confused and unruly because he's been telling the police to take off the uniform and join him. Forget about 26 January. That's not
that's the point.
What kind of chief minister have we voted?
Okay,
What kind of chief minister have we voted? Did people vote for unruly anarchist? I think he owes a big apology to all those who voted for him to become the chief minister of Delhi.
Okay, Ashutosh has a time to counter. After that, Siddharth Singh and DP Tripathi, Harun Yusuf still to come in. Yes, Ashutosh.
See, Arnab, I don't know why you are in a habit of getting the proxy spokesperson of Narendra Modi. You should have get some real spokesperson with Narendra Modi. You don't need Kiran Bedi. You don't need Alagh.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that you were an IBN. I didn't use that you are a proxy anchor of.
No, 1 second. Ashutosh, 1 minute. Ashutosh.
So why are you calling me?
Ashutosh.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Ashutosh.
She parted ways with Arvind Kejriwal.
Ask him.
Now she's saying that Arvind
You
Kejriwal
worked as an anchor in IBN 7 for Aam Aadmi Party, and that's my charge on you now.
There was an agitation, lakhs of people. She didn't find it anarchy. Now she has become a proxy spokesperson Narendra Modi. That is why.
Ask him when he was calling me for his program.
1 second,
Was he calling me as BJP spokesperson?
Ashutosh, she wants. Ashutosh.
That is why Kiran Bedi is calling Arvind Kejriwal unruly, illogical, illegal.
That's the definition of anarchy.
That she is using.
Okay, so Ashutosh.
Arnab.
That's the definition of anarchy.
Why you are in a habit of getting this
Arnab.
proxy Narendra Modi?
Ashutosh, now, listen, Ashutosh.
I want to understand this.
Ashutosh,
I want to know what is the policy of times now.
I am asking you tonight, Ashutosh.
Get a proxy Narendra Modi spokesperson. I want to know this from you.
Ashutosh.
Please tell me.
Ashutosh.
Before the
Arnab.
Ashutosh, you may not have seen, but let me point out to you, Ashutosh.
What is the agenda?
Let me ask you, Ashutosh.
You should get the real spokesperson Narendra
Ashutosh,
Modi,
1 minute.
Spokesperson Narendra Modi.
Now you see,
We want
Ashutosh.
to tell the whole nation that it is that everything what is wrong in India is done by Arvind Kejriwal. I'm sorry to say,
Ashutosh.
this country is not willing to accept
Ashutosh.
the proxy spokesperson.
Ashutosh, 1 minute.
Betray to the movement. Who are trying to backstab. These are the people.
Ashutosh, show tolerance, Ashutosh. Show tolerance for others' views.
Kiran Bedi should be taught a lesson.
What's Kiran Bedi should be taught a lesson you are saying tonight. I say only one thing, Ashutosh. Only one thing to you. And I tell you this tonight. Because in answer to my question, first you call me a dictator. Then in part 2, you compare Arvind Kejriwal to Mahatma Gandhi. I will quote to you Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and what he said. You said you compared the methods, Ashutosh. Are you going back on it now?
If you had been in the pre-independence India during the national movement, you would have called Gandhi as anarchist.
Ashutosh, now I hope Ashutosh, you at least believe. First of all, I think Kiran Bedi should respond to you, because you said Kiran Bedi must be taught a lesson. No, 1 second. Siddharth wants to respond to you. He's a spokesperson for both the.
She is free to take
1 minute, Ashutosh. Now I'll say this to you, Ashutosh. Ashutosh,
I have no right to respond.
Ashutosh.
I'm not
10 days back.
Take anything from
1 second. The positions taken by people, absolutely unequivocally, are totally clear and crystal clear on this channel, right? And I'll say this to you, Ashutosh, 10 days back on a program on Times Now, I interviewed Kiran Bedi. In the course of a debate like this, she did end up saying that my vote goes for Narendra Modi. I do not think since that day there is any doubt on which side of the political debate she belongs to, but that does not corrupt every single argument that she puts out there. Anyway, Siddharth, before you respond to Ashutosh, I'll let Kiran Bedi respond to him, because Ashutosh said Kiran Bedi must be taught a lesson. Now, I don't think that's very tolerant language, Ashutosh, but she must respond to you. Kiran Bedi to Ashutosh.
I've been very clear in my views that the country is looking now for a stable, strong, clear-headed, visionary leader. And I've been tweeting it for weeks together. And Ashutosh is following me on the Twitter. He's been following me on the Twitter. He knew my views. And he'd been calling me, inviting me for his IBN programs personally. and through his channel, and I've been attending. Was he calling me as a Modi spokesperson? Was he calling me as a BJP spokesperson? Or was he calling me for somebody who stood out and spoke what the country needs as India first? For me, I'm speaking as India first. And if Modi fits into that, excellent for me, I'm happy. But if he doesn't fit in, my bad luck. That's what I'm saying. Ask Ashutosh, till about a week ago, till he joined the AAP party, wasn't he calling me on his channel to be part of his debates, knowing what I'm tweeting, that India needs a stable, visionary,
Counter question goes from Kiran Bedi to Ashutosh.
Between Rahul Gandhi and Modi, if the Modi is a choice.
Okay, fine. Ashutosh, you're letting that pass. Siddharth Singh therefore comes in. He also wanted to say something to you. Ashutosh, hear both then.
Yeah, please.
Siddharth Singh, who is...
I have 3 points, Arnab.
But don't make it personal,
points.
Siddharth. Yeah.
To begin with, let me say to Ashutosh, a job of a spokesperson needs to have patience and decency during the debate. And let me tell Mr. Ashutosh that many a times I didn't feel, but I realized that Mr. Ashutosh was being not an anchor, but a spokesperson for the Aam Aadmi Party, but I restrained myself on debates. Now, coming on the second is, Ashutosh, you should also understand that what is Arvind Kejriwal doing today? He is mocking the law for protecting his own law minister. It's very shameful. Third, which I want to tell you, and Arnab, we must expand this debate because this is just as a political strategy being unfolded in front of all of us in Delhi between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. This is not the end. They supported Aam Aadmi to counter Narendra Modi and BJP stride upwards, and therefore in last few days we have seen the Aam Aadmi, due to their own contradictions and governance issues, had been sliding down. Now you will see somebody blinking from the Congress party or the Congress government to give that extra edge to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal through these protests so that he gets some credibility.
No, what do you mean extra edge? Harun Yusuf.
So this is what we are seeing.
Harun Yusuf, you heard Harun Yusuf of the Congress party responding to Siddharth Singh. Yes, Harun Yusuf.
You see, we are deviating from the issue. The issue is that just to protect his minister, Kejriwal ji has diverted the whole issue into another kind of a debate. The point was that his minister, when the court ordered an FIR against Somnath Bharti, this whole thing started. And what Mr. Siddharth is saying, that Congress has supported Aam Aadmi Party.
Yes, Mr. Yusuf.
I do not
Mr. Yusuf.
And I simply want to say one thing.
Mr. Yusuf,
it's a very simple thing. Withdraw the support for this anarchist demonstration which is happening on the streets of Delhi. Withdraw the support.
No, Mr. Yusuf, at what
we
point?
Let Mr. Kejriwal prove what he has promised to the people of Delhi.
Mr. Yusuf, you see, this is a very dangerous game that you are playing.
He is not doing it. There's no governance happening, Mr. Yusuf. There's no governance in Delhi. There is a rebellion who has become an anarchist in his own words. We are not seeing a governance. So why do you want to support them? They're not going to govern, and so those 18-point agenda is a failure. So withdraw the support. Prove you're right. I challenge Congress to prove them what you are saying is right. If you withdraw the support.
We want them to prove what they have promised to the people of Delhi.
Is this what they promised to the people of Delhi?
They are not doing it. When there is no governance, what is the purpose of supporting them?
Harun Yusuf, the allegation against you is very simple. One second. The allegation against you, Mr. Yusuf, is very simple. You are letting a dangerous situation develop just because you are not sure you can take on the BJP on your own. In order to cut the vote, you need the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party today says, the Chief Minister says, I'm an anarchist. He says, let there be a constitutional crisis. If there is a constitutional crisis, I am not responsible for it. You are allowing them to do that. The question is, Mr. Yusuf, you Will you allow the situation to precipitate
See, if you
before Republic Day?
see the language used by Mr. Kejriwal, he is trying to provoke us that we withdraw support. We are saying that we have supported you. The promises you have made to the people of Delhi, you fulfill them.
This is no Mr. Tripathi.
Right time will
Mr.
come,
DP
the Congress will
Tripathi.
take the decision.
Mr. DP Tripathi, do you accept?
Say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Tripathi.
What? No, please. I have to say one thing. I am taking debate to a different level, and I have heard everybody patiently, so I would like, please,
Sure, please
let me speak. Point number one is about political ethics. I think very soon the Aam Aadmi Party and its leader, Mr. Kejriwal, have proved that they have no political morality. Because saying that I didn't seek support from the Congress party at all, I didn't speak to anybody on phone, I didn't meet anybody, he has just simply to say to Congress at the time of confidence vote, please don't vote for me. Now also Mr. Kejriwal, who is the most honest, always correct, never wrong individual in this country, more than a billion people, so he has to say only one sentence to the Congress party. He writes, please withdraw your support. But I am sure Mr. Kejriwal has no guts.
What are you alleging?
This one sentence. That's number one.
What are you alleging?
That is number one. Second, listen to me. I am saying that their whole campaign is just histrionics. It is just notanki, and there is no seriousness. I was very positive about them. I thought there is a new kind of politics emerging. At least there are educated people. They'll do something good. They'll fight against corruption. This is the way to fight against corruption, by having a lawless law minister who insults women, who wants to take law into own hands for defending him. Mr. Kejriwal goes against the court. The court made observation that this man was trying to influence the witnesses, and Kejriwal says court is wrong, Bharti is correct. So only Aam Aadmi Party is correct, whatever they say is right, everybody else is wrong. And their arrogance, let me tell you, is something which is unnerving me and the nation. And
Whose
I'll tell you
arrogance?
something, please find out or no. I'm sure that Mr. Kejriwal has not even made a courtesy call to the Prime Minister of India. Not merely that they don't believe in decency, they don't even believe in human courtesies. This is what they have brought as an example to the politics of the country.
Okay, now
And
you may...
I would appeal to the Home Minister of India not to accept these unlawful and wrong demands of Mr. Kejriwal, allow him to sit on dharna and to insult this nation on the Republic Day when we are expecting foreign
The question is...
They had done the same thing when Putin had come and Hyderabad house venue had to be shifted. They have no respect for these. They are objectively
no, one second. First of all, let's be very clear.
I'm not making any personal allegations against
Mr.
anyone.
Tripathi,
They don't have to learn from anybody.
Mr. Tripathi,
The kind of language they speak, I'm sorry. Let me finish just in 2 sentences, please.
he raises his hand to respond to you, Ashutosh.
No, please. I am just saying 2 sentences. With all due respect to everybody, the Law Minister of Delhi says BJP and Congress support PIMS. I am neither from the BJP, I am opposed to BJP. And I am not from the Congress. But this kind of language, who uses? Only irresponsible, indecent person who do not want any democratic debate, any democratic discussion. You have been elected to rule. You are the Chief Minister. Congress party has been gracious enough to support you. And you are every moment trying to insult people. If you believe in rule of law, why don't take action against people? You are the Chief Minister. Initiate inquiries, take action. Don't just give bhashans that arm
Arnab, I have really enjoyed.
इसी तरह ये बात कर रहे हैं.
I have really enjoyed Mr. Tripathi taking on
लगातार न सुनते किसी की बात. मत बोलना कि सोचो नाराज होंगे ये. हिंदी में कह रहा हूं, अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये आप जो है भारत के लिए शाप बन गई है. इट इज नॉट आम आदमी पार्टी, इट इज सेल्फ स्टाइल्ड आम आदमी पार्टी. देयरफॉर इट इज शाप.
Okay,
I wanted to say.
Okay, now Ashutosh wants to respond to you. He's waiting. First of all, if he has said so, then I'm quite shocked at this language. If he says so-and-so party and so-and-so party use or support pimps, if this language has been used, it is unforgivable language. I personally cannot believe somebody can use that kind of language. If that language has been used, it
It is
demeans the
published in
nature
your
of our...
all newspapers. Your
Well,
Times
I
of
don't
India.
know. I don't know. I
Indian
don't know.
Express.
I don't know. I think it's terrible. I did know, however, Ashutosh, I see your hand go up. I'll tell you what. I did know that Somnath Bharti has been quoted as saying, I have received a lot of complaints from women in this locality against foreign nationals. ये हम और आपके जैसे नहीं हैं. ये, referring to women from another nationality, are not like you and me. This smacks of racist prejudice. Smacks of it. Now that kind of racist prejudice might find an applause in certain prejudiced corners. But I can tell you, language like that and language of the kind that Mr. Tripathi has just quoted, if used, Ashutosh, you will not support it. I'm sure you won't support it.
अर्नब, बहुत लंबा चौड़ा भाषण आपके तमाम वक्ताओं ने दिया है. They have spoken a lot. Mr. Shameful, किसने बोला है? सिद्धार्थनाथ सिंह. He has talked about shameful, protecting an unlawful. I want to remind to Mr. Siddharthnath Singh, has he forgotten the name of Mr. Babulal Bukharia, who has been convicted by the court for not only unlawful, but as a criminal? And he continues
No, but
to be
are you trying to move away? Are you trying to move away? Are we discussing what you said?
Ashutosh
This is unfair.
the debate
This is
is
unfair.
on your action,
This is
what you
unfair.
are doing, and go back
This is
into the
unfair.
proper. There is a judgment. There is a high court
No.
which has quashed it on Mr. Bukharia. So have your facts right.
No,
tonight.
1 second. I'm only making a request. No, Ashutosh.
I do know. I don't go wrong on my facts.
Ashutosh, all I'm saying is
Let me
debate
tell you.
the subject.
Let me tell you.
Oh, you have
Not
gone,
that
Mr.
I-
Ashutosh, you have gone wrong on your facts on a number of occasions. So let's stop it.
Okay, Siddharth, let him complete his point. Let him complete his point. Okay, Ashutosh. No, Siddharth.
I will challenge you on each and everything.
Siddharth, you let him, I am coming in. Siddharth, you let him complete his point. And Ashutosh, one point I want to make to you. This is about what is happening in Delhi. We are worried, Ashutosh, 5 days before Republic Day. 5 days before Republic Day, a precipitous situation of constitutional crisis, a chief minister declares himself an anarchist. That is I personally would like to tell you, I have asked the question on Babu Bhai Bokharia many times. And I have asked questions, but that's a debate on corruption. I am asking a question today on this whole lawlessness, anarchy, and I request you, Ashutosh, stay focused on that.
And the
chaos
they have created.
I hope you will allow me to speak. I hope you will allow me to speak. It's 1 versus 7. I'm alone. There are 5 people in the studio attacking me, including you, and you are not giving me time to respond.
But you have done everything wrong.
Talking about that Arvind Kejriwal is protecting an unlawful act of a law minister. I just wanted to remind him that his great leader Narendra Modi has been continuing with a minister who has been convicted by the court for 45 days. A convicted minister remained a minister, and Siddharthnath Singh wants to give his sermons on the morality?
So you are I don't understand.
Ashutosh, everything doesn't go back to Gujarat. There is a debate which is happening of Delhi.
Open
what
debate,
is happening in Delhi? So please focus on
Watch it. Ashutosh,
Bharti.
Ashutosh, I have just been informed. I want to ask you, Ashutosh.
And your Chief Minister protecting.
Ashutosh, 1 minute. Siddharth, 1 minute.
One right.
So Siddharth, 1 minute. Siddharth, I want to say this to you. Ashutosh, my question to you. I have known you for some time, and I have known you to be a person. I have known you to be a person of impeccable language and personal decency. Right? I will say this to you. I disagree so much with you today, but I will say again, I have known you to be a person. Even Siddharth will say this today. And those who have known you as a person will say, there is something called personal decency. No, we can totally disagree with you, but nobody questions. Now, I have heard, and I'm not sure of this, Ashutosh, but I have heard that your law minister has also said something like, I will spit, and I'm not naming 2 people. I will spit. He names 1 lawyer, 1 top lawyer, and he names 1 politician. Not only has he said, use that pimp phrase, but he has also said, I will spit on this lawyer and I will spit on that politician. I'm asking you today, Ashutosh, I'm asking you, is this the way a minister speaks? You support that?
Yes,
You support that?
Arnab, you have raised a very valid question.
No, let him reply. I've asked him a question.
Let me come on record. Listen to me. Let me come on record. Forget about Somnath Bharti. If any member of the Aam Aadmi Party is indulging into indecent language, he will be taken to task. That is a word
I'm glad you've said that.
That is a word I'm speaking on behalf of my leadership.
I'm glad you've said that.
I'm speaking on behalf of Arvind Kejriwal. If anybody indulges into indecent behavior, is using an abusive language,
please
he
read
will
what
be taken to
Bharti has
task.
said and take action.
DP Tripathi, DP Tripathi.
But listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want to listen sermons from Mr. DP Tripathi.
What the DP Tripathi and Ashutosh?
He's talking about political morality. Mr. DP Tripathi has forgotten Ajit Pawar.
I don't.
The language which he used. No, Mr. DP Tripathi, have you forgotten about Ajit Pawar? The language
So
which
did
he
we
used
defend
2 years
that
back?
language?
Have you forgotten that?
He withdrew. He apologized immediately. As Bharti apologized, please don't take the name of Ajit Pawar. They talk the full truth. The full truth is that he had to apologize. Has Bharti apologized for his language?
Doesn't want to learn sermons.
Don't give sermons. Please ask Bharti to apologize.
You're talking about sharp. What about the
political morality? I told you what political morality. Kejriwal has right to the Congress party. Please withdraw your support. If you have any political courage, kindly do this. Please kindly do this. Who stops Kejriwal from writing this? Write one sentence to Congress party. Please withdraw your support.
Mr. Tripathi,
but he has no guts. He has no guts to do so. I'm telling you, he only wants to sit on dharna, cheap publicity. That's all your party is made of.
Now, one second.
Mr. Tripathi, let me remind you, a very respected channel called ABP News has floated a question throughout the day. Are you supporting Arvind Kejriwal's dharna? 82% supported Arvind Kejriwal.
So if somebody says
82% supported
suppose somebody says so I say this to you. I say this to you, Ashutosh. I say this to you. I say this to you. I say this to you, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, I say this to you. If today somebody runs a poll, 1 minute. If today somebody runs a poll, that do you support? 1 minute, please. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question to Ashutosh, Mr. Tripathi. I'm asking Ashutosh this, and I'm going to take a very short break and come. I'm asking Ashutosh and I'm challenging him today that Ashutosh, if somebody says today, yes, 82% of people say, okay, use the word pimps. 82% of people say, yes, say I'll spit on that political party. 82% of people say, yes, be an anarchist. Then will Ashutosh come and say, yes, it's time to spit on people, call people pimps and be anarchists? Come on, Ashutosh, don't take populism that far. Don't take populism that far. Don't take it that far.
Unfortunately, that shows, Arnab, unfortunately, that shows your disrespect for the common man in this
I am
country.
so sorry. You do not, Ashutosh, you do not have a copyright on the common man. You do not have a patent on the common man, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, I say this. Ashutosh, today.
Arnab, this arrogance was never expected of Mr. Ashutosh.
Ridicule.
This kind of arrogance I never expected.
That is why a few people in the Constituent Assembly, they talked about that India is an illiterate country.
Now I'll tell you, Ashutosh, before, 1 minute, Ashutosh, on the 25th of December 1949, don't tell me about the Constituent Assembly. Consider tonight, Ashutosh, and I'm taking a break. I challenge you today. You find out what Baba B.R. Ambedkar said about unconstitutional methods of achieving economic and social objectives. Go back and you can Google search it, 25th of December 1949, and he said, and I quote, when there was no way left for constitutional methods for achieving economic and social objectives, there was a great deal of justification for unconstitutional methods. He remarked that such methods in the context of availability of constitutional methods, quote, are nothing but the grammar of anarchy, and sooner they are abandoned, the better for us. There is an inquiry in process. There is an inquiry in process. You do this on the streets of Delhi. You say I'm an anarchist, let there be a constitutional crisis before a Republic Day. Then Ashutosh, I'll take your answer on the other side of the break. I have to take a break. Then I say, Ashutosh, you are subverting the idea of democracy that B.R. Ambedkar once spoke about. I'll be back on the other side.
1 minute, 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 1 minute,
Welcome back. Well, in part 2 of the debate, Ashutosh said, and we have a few minutes left. By the way, Siddharth and Kiran Bedi, we are coming to you. Ashutosh said, I am glad that you were not there, you know, in pre-independence India, or that television channels like Times Now were not there. Otherwise, you would have considered the methods of some of our freedom leaders, you know, to be illegal and unconstitutional. To him today, just for his clarification, I quoted what B.R. Ambedkar said about using unconstitutional methods when constitutional methods are available. And he said that that is the grammar of anarchy. Now, Siddharth wanted to say something. After that, Ashutosh will respond. Siddharth, go ahead.
Well, you know, what I'm finding strange is today hearing from Ashutosh, maybe it's the political color which has come on him, but this kind of arrogance, I'm sorry, my friend Ashutosh, I've never seen coming from you. And that surprises. Today, I have always felt that you were always ready to hold what is right, call a spade. But unfortunately, there has been your law minister on a number of occasions. He has tried to violate, you can say, the law or laid out procedure. For example, judges being invited, then, you know, there has been an indictment on his, and then we see Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, you know, supporting him, coming out in open. All this is happening, and then you're leading this march today where yesterday Arvind Kejriwal tweets, I don't need, only my ministers and maximum my MLAs will sit on dharna. I don't want people to come because 26 January is coming. Yeah. And today again he takes a U-turn. How many U-turns you are going to allow a person after becoming the chief minister? And I can keep quoting on them. Where is this Aam Aadmi party which is playing in the hands of Congress leading, and what type of you know, governance you wish to have in India?
All right, now one second.
And what about the property and the corruption fight that you wanted to take it forward?
Well, I don't know. Ashutosh is responding. Yes, Ashutosh, and also if you wish to, on what I said. And we're opening up for calls as well.
It's nice to hear from you quoting Ambedkar. Ambedkar also wanted the reservation should not continue after 10 years. So, you are Siddharth Narsingh is giving me servants on the probity.
No, 1 second.
He want to have Yadrappa. And he is giving me servants on the probity and simplicity. You know what is happening in this country? Unfortunately or fortunately, when the status quo is challenged head on, the whole establishment is shaken.
Status quo.
Realized that the days are
status
numbered.
Quo because of Somnath Bharti.
The days are numbered.
So when a minister is challenged, it's time to challenge the status quo.
New politics is coming.
This is not a fight for the people. This is a fight for your minister.
To listen these people.
This is a fight for your minister, Ashutosh.
Ashutosh,
I am asking you one question. Can your minister be wrong? No. Can your minister be wrong? Can your minister be wrong? Or can your minister do no wrong?
When my minister was indicted, we asked him to resign.
Arnab, did you realize today?
What you are talking about property?
BJP,
please understand, on indictment of my chief minister, I made him resign. We lost the government.
And all
your minister is indicted and you don't want to take any action.
Establishment.
This is the double standard we are talking about.
Privileged.
Aam Aadmi.
They are privileged.
No, you see how. 1 second.
Status quo is challenged.
No, 1 second. I want to understand. I want to understand. No, 1 second.
If it was a common man with 144 section
1 second.
made in Delhi.
Ashutosh, 1 second.
If 144 was applicable in Delhi, do you think
Siddharth, 1 second.
You as a khas aadmi would have been sitting there?
Siddharth, 1 second. You see, status quo. If you want to challenge the status quo, there are ways of doing it. Then Mr. Yogendra Yadav and all the Aam Aadmi Party leaders should go to Haryana, where you are politically very active, and say, we will fight all the Khap Panchayats. That's challenging the status quo. But when you say that because our minister, without proof, allowed women to be physically assaulted, racially stereotyped, laws to be broken, we will go on a dharna to defend him, and you say that's defending the status quo, then I am afraid physical abuse of women, breaking up of the law in the absence of evidence only on a surmise is not challenging the status quo. It is a group of politicians defending themselves. That was what Ashutosh was not expected of the Aam Aadmi Party. It would not be a group of politicians who would only back each other. that's very self-serving. That's what you used to criticize the Congress and the BJP and everyone else for, that politics is not a cozy club, that one politician backs the other. And what we are seeing today, Ashutosh, with respect, is the spectacle of a chief minister who has gone absolutely ballistic because people have questioned his law minister, who is moving from one blunder against the other. I have already mentioned to you the women's complaints against members of the Aam Aadmi Party who have abused them physically, which you will not listen to. In addition, a Delhi court has ordered the filing of an FIR against Somnath Bharti and others for the incident on Wednesday night. Even the court has taken cognizance, I will tell 15 more seconds of what you've said. It has ordered the filing of a case against the law minister. An FIR has been filed by the Delhi police against unknown persons on the basis of complaints of the Ugandan women. These women were allegedly physically abused by the Aam Aadmi Party people on the basis of their mere suspicion. If you call that an awakening of the people, the justification of such wanton acts of recklessness against a group of women, followed by gender and racial stereotyping, then I think people will ask you questions, Ashutosh. That this is not, you see, this is vigilante justice. This is not some awakening. Why did you awaken only when it came to the case of Somnath Bharti? Can Somnath Bharti do no wrong? I mean, what is so special about him, please? He can do no wrong. Anyone who questions him, it becomes a case of national honor. So Somnath Bharti on one side, the whole nation on the other.
I just want to say something very briefly. I want to say something very briefly.
Actually, Ashutosh wants to respond.
Today you are factually incorrect.
No, then
Arnab, today you are factually incorrect about the Somnath Bharti. The court did not take Somnath Bharti's name that FIR should be registered against him. Please correct yourself.
Ashutosh.
Secondly, I want Times Now to
Ashutosh.
send its team to Khilki Extension to talk to the local residents over there.
Ashutosh.
You are not showing those.
Ashutosh, the whole world is not about Somnath Bharti, for God's sake.
Because
you want to back Somnath Bharti, but on that you want to create a constitutional crisis. I mean, there has to be the second question I have for you, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, the second question I have for you.
No, Arnab, you have to answer my question. Did you send your television team to Khilki Extension to talk to the local residents?
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. So
did you send?
Yes, they have. So what do you want me to do? Yes, we have sent. Now tell me.
Did you send?
Yes, I have.
Send your camera
yes, I have.
To the Khilki Extension. Did they talk to the local residents?
Mr. Ashutosh.
Did they talk to the local
Ashutosh, I have only one.
Did you air those views?
Ashutosh, yes, we have aired. We have sent those views. Now I will ask you a question. We have, by the way, and I'll ask you a question.
What are they saying?
No, 1 second. My question for you is very simple.
All your questions today.
Can you spell out?
Ashutosh,
Can you spell out?
Ashutosh, I will read out for you. Today, see, Ashutosh, there is also the question. You see, please understand. The question is, second question is of proportion. You see, because people or the media are questioning a minister who I have called a blundering minister. A blundering minister, people question him. Because of that, you want to create a constitutional crisis? Kiran Bedi, one sec. Kiran Bedi and Ashutosh, 2 minutes. Because you want to protect one minister, you want to create a constitutional crisis? I mean, because your minister feels aggrieved in one constituency, you want to create a constitutional crisis ahead of Republic Day? I mean, where is your sense of proportion? That's all. Kiran Bedi, the question is, please, no, Ashutosh, be reasonable. Because Somnath Bharti's question, Arvind Kejriwal wants to launch a constitutional crisis. I mean,
be reasonable, Arnab.
I don't understand.
I want you to be reasonable, Arnab. I want you to be reasonable. I want Times Now to tell their viewers what is the reaction of the local residents. What did they say? What they think about the Somnath Bharti's case?
Ashutosh, because a group of local residents feel...
Please show me.
No, Ashutosh, because your group of local residents, in the absence of any evidence or proof, feel that your MLA is right, does not mean you can create a constitutional crisis for 1.3 billion people, for God's sake.
Do you realize?
This is a large country. This is not a country that can be run like that. What are you doing?
Let me tell you.
No, what is
let me tell you.
You will take your people today. You will stop the Republic Parade.
I am raising a larger question.
I am also raising a larger question with you.
I am raising a larger question
with you, Ashutosh. I am asking you today because your minister has been questioned. You'll create a constitutional crisis. So what will this country become? From one constitutional crisis to the other? We'll move from one constitutional crisis to the other?
Will you allow me to speak?
Of course, but you answer that question, Ashutosh.
Will you allow me to speak?
Oh yes, Ashutosh, please do.
Will you allow me to speak? Today I discovered sitting here again in front of the Times Now's camera that how arrogant the Indian elite has become.
Okay.
You don't believe, Arnab Goswami doesn't believe when ABP News does a survey, 80% approves that.
Ashutosh,
you don't want to believe
I'll tell you,
what the local
don't take your argument.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Ashutosh. Look at the Z. Z has also done a poll survey and they have hammered your action. So don't keep on boasting about one channel against another. That's not the reality in the world.
Anyone who disagrees with you is an elitist.
Arnab Goswami doesn't want to believe the local residents over there.
No, one sec, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, please, this SMS, this governance by SMS and camera.
But we want that somebody should be respecting the Constitution of India.
Ashutosh, my only question to you, and I remain focused on that, and Kiran Bedi can come in on this because she's been quiet for that. I am asking you, a question is that of proportion. Okay, Arvind Kejriwal is hurt that somebody is questioning his favorite minister. His minister, Arvind Kejriwal, is right, everybody else is wrong. But on that basis, 1 minute, 1 second, on that basis, Arvind Kejriwal cannot create a constitutional crisis in India. Simply, he can't create a constitutional crisis in India. He can't. Ashutosh, he can't. And if somebody tells him, you see, I can equally say, Ashutosh, I can equally say, yes, I want to know.
The nation wants to know.
Yes.
Where is the constitutional crisis?
And I want to know today.
Today the nation wants to know.
I want to know. I want to know from you today. I want to know from you today, Ashutosh. When today a minister says, when today a minister says, Ashutosh, please understand.
There is no violence.
Ashutosh, you have a Ashutosh, please. Ashutosh, 1 second, please. You see, Ashutosh, when a minister says, ये लोग हम और आपके जैसे नहीं हैं, when a minister says, I will spit on this. 1 minute, Ashutosh. No. Ashutosh, I didn't interrupt you. You let me speak.
Sorry, I have to interrupt.
You let me speak. No. Please, Ashutosh, I didn't interrupt you.
I have to interrupt.
No, but you must let me complete. Even if it is uncomfortable for you.
And concluded that Somnath Bharti is a criminal.
I am Ashutosh.
You have believed in your heart. You want to convey to the whole world that Somnath Bharti
I am only saying to you, Ashutosh.
Is a criminal.
Ashutosh, there is a world and a country beyond.
Let the inquiry happen.
Mr. Ashutosh, please, there is a world, a country, and laws beyond Somnath Bharti. And I want to say, Ashutosh, hear me now. Hear me now, Ashutosh. Hear me now, Ashutosh. Hear me now, Ashutosh. Hear me now, Ashutosh. Please, I'm requesting you.
Go ahead.
When people in a certain part of this country, when there are a lot of these khap panchayats, and they say that when there are marriages within the caste of for whatever reason, we'll go kill the young man, we'll kill the young woman. They also feel we are totally right. But we say to them, don't forget, this country runs on laws, and those laws are not your laws. This is laws that apply to 1.3 billion people. You disagree with the laws, you question the laws, you don't try to destroy the laws, Ashutosh, and please understand this. Today, the Nigerian High Commission says this. And he says this, and I'm asking, he says, as an African, I feel personally violated and outraged that in the 21st century, such an incident can take place against citizens of either India or any other country. Right? I urge both the central and Delhi governments to please rise up and reassure foreigners like us in this country, especially blacks and Africans, that not only you condemn this incident but act against the perpetrators. right? I can read out what the Ethiopian ambassador has said. I can read out what the Organization of
Arnab.
African Unity feels about it. And
Arnab.
if you feel, no, 1 second, and I'll say this,
Arnab.
Ashutosh, there is a world, there is a country beyond Somnath Bharti. I request you to understand this. Ashutosh, listen to me for a minute, please. Listen to me. There is a world beyond Arvind Kejriwal's feeling of what is right or wrong. Arvind Kejriwal is not the last word in this country. It's too large a country, Ashutosh. It's too large a country. And even if Arvind Kejriwal feels whole country is wrong and his favorite minister is right, he must withdraw this form of protest because, you know, he is playing with fire. There is an ongoing inquiry that is on. I quoted Ambedkar to you to say that when there are constitutional methods, to use other methods is inappropriate. This is anarchy, Ashutosh. This is a democracy. In a democracy, there is no room for anarchy. It's never going to be fashionable to become an anarchist. It's not going to be. The young people of this country will reject it, Ashutosh. They want stability, they want governance, they don't want anarchy.
Have you finished?
No, I have made a point to you in all earnestness
Have you
to you.
finished?
Yes, I have. I mean, I hope you listen to me.
Have you finished? I also want to make a point in all earnestness.
Yes, yes.
I also want to make a point to the all earnestness.
And anyone who...
Aam Aadmi Party, in the 15 months' time, has gathered such a momentum that the political parties in this country are feeling threatened and scared.
No.
They want to scare to the people, and I blame Arnab. Please don't get trapped by the BJP and the Congress. What they're believing, you're also believing.
Ashutosh, I'll tell you. Ashutosh,
that is why you're talking about like this.
Ashutosh, I'll tell you this. Ashutosh. Ashutosh, I say this to you.
Let me complete.
Please understand the seriousness of the situation.
When you're talking about the indecent language, I had the guts. The Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson has the guts to say, if any one of them find using indecent language, they will be taken to the task. And again, I want to tell you, I want to add another thing with all earnestness, that if anyone from the Aam Aadmi Party is found ever indulging into racism, he will be chucked out of the party.
But you've already rejected it. You see, you've rejected it. You see, you were at the press conference. You already have closed the case. Ashutosh, you have already at the press conference says no racism. All rubbish. You were sitting there next to your party leaders when they said no racism. You took a final position on it.
Because you want to believe what BJP and the Congress want you to believe.
Please, for God's sake, Ashutosh, you must know this. You must know this. You must know this, Ashutosh. I'm saying this again with utmost sincerity to you, that well before the Aam Aadmi Party was a political party, it was the media, which you were a part of, which fought corruption much more stridently, which exposed the scams. Far before any group or any political party emerged on the scene, we fought those people who represented different political parties. But when there is a right or wrong, when there is a danger that emerges, perhaps you can open yourself to the thought, maybe you can discuss whether your methods may be appropriate or be questionable. That's all. You can open yourself up to that. That's all. You can be open to that. If you're not open to it, okay. Now listen, Ashutosh, it's been fairly balanced. Kiran Bedi has been quiet. She wants to say something. Yes, Kiran Bedi.
First to Ashutosh. Ashutosh said that if anybody uses an unparliamentary word or a wrong word, they will be taken to task. Does Ashutosh regret saying this on Times Now, that Kiran Bedi will be taken to task for just my definition of thesaurus, or through the thesaurus, what anarchy means? I think he needs to first answer this. Now or later, I'll leave it to him. But I think first he owes an explanation to himself. Secondly, I have a suspicion, why is Arvind Kejriwal creating crisis after crisis at short intervals? I believe he wants to resign and he's looking for a reason to resign. Whether the Congress drops him or whether the police arrests him. I think he's looking for a way out for a different goal. So I think my suspicion is he's desperate to resign because he's not up to honoring the tall promises he made to his voters. Third, he's provoking the police so that the police arrest him, and he goes back to his people to say, police has committed atrocity, and see, the police has not been able to allow me to voice your grievances. Third, he is using media as very vital oxygen. I tell you, he's used it in the past. He's using it to spread anarchy by the definition I gave to from Thesaurus. I think we need to watch.
Okay, now, we have to close this for want of time.
The rest of the country.
This debate can continue, but we're going to have to close.
Without letting me even speak one sentence, you close.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Tripathi.
Not allowing me to speak one sentence.
Go ahead, Mr. Tripathi.
I have to speak only 2 sentences, please. One, it is this hollow self-righteousness and not only arrogance, Hindi word is proper, ahankar. Ashutosh would have never talked like this if he was not in this party. Second, I asked in my office today, let me tell you, they were asking about people. 5 people in my office who had voted for this party in the assembly elections, and they had told me before. I asked them today, will you vote for them? They said no. I was very happy about it. So that's all I wanted.
Okay, Siddharth wants to say something. We are really running short of time, but yes, so that you don't...
My last comment.
Ashutosh, I will come back to you.
My last comment, Arnab. We are seeing governance moving from jhola walas to now muffler walas.
No, there's nothing. No, that's don't make it personal, Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh. Anybody can wear a jhola, a muffler. You can wear a coat. I can say you are a sweater wala.
Statement.
On a lighter note, you are a sweater wala and a coat wala and a shirt wala. That's all right.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
You are also Mr. Moochwala. I can say that. That's all right. So lighter note. That's saying anybody can have a sartorial taste today. That's not it. I'm glad somebody laughed.
Well,
I thought Ashutosh will explode on the program tonight. Yes, Ashutosh.
Arnab, you may take a further that the comb theory of the Congress.
Yeah. Okay, Ashutosh wants a last word. Yeah.
DP Tripathi, for DP Tripathi, I just want to say one thing in Hindi. मैं छुपाना जानता तो जग मुझे साधु समझता मैं छुपाना जानता तो जग मुझे साधु समझता शत्रु बन बैठा छल रहित व्यवहार मेरा यही आज की तासीर that's all I want to say.
Now, and you know what? I'll say one thing. I won't go to the Oxford or Webster's dictionary. I'm going for the English in the dictionary to translate that one. Thank you very much for joining me on that debate. Ashutosh, no more recklessness. Democracy works. Come back to democracy, and this debate will continue tomorrow. Thank you for being with me on the Newshour tonight. Good night and goodbye.